Yo, what's going on everyone? Miles Midoriya here with a review and recap of All American Season 5, Episode 12. In the beginning, we hear Laura's voiceover while it shows different scenes to everyone. For those that are wondering about Jabari, he did make it, and he's looking through the window of the Baker's mansion, and he didn't go in, because maybe he might feel bad about what happened. GW showed up, it's cool to see him again, he's making sure that his family's okay, and we know how he used to be around Laura, but it's nice to see him getting along with her. Spencer's at his house and he's listening to Billy's voicemail. Dylan walked in and Spencer asked him, how do you know he'd be there? He told him it always used to be his quiet place. Dylan asked him was that Billy's voice that he heard. He told Spencer that it's okay if he's not okay. Billy meant a lot to all of them, but what him and Spencer had was special. Then he said Spencer's probably there thinking of all the ways that he can help everyone else through it, and that's why he's there, to ask him how he can help him through it. Spencer told Dylan he appreciates him, and their mama's probably wondering where he's at. As she came through the door, she said, how do you think he got there? He told both of them that he's good, which we all know he's not. He said the ones that they should be focusing on is Jordan, Olivia, and Miss Baker. It's cool they got the whole family together and how they really matured Dylan's character. Like, we don't get to see him that much, but we see he has grown. Like, think back to season 1 until now. It's pretty wild how time flies. In the next scene, Olivia and Patience are making up a bed and Patience gets a message. Guess who it's from? Miko. We knew something was gonna happen some episodes back when she first responded to her. We'll see how that plays out later. Spencer walks in, he's checking up on Olivia, asking her how she's holding up, and she said the same, and she asked him, and he said the same, but it's not about him right now. Olivia told him of course he is. Her dad was such a bright light, and that Spencer was a huge part of that light. They all are, even Jabari. Spencer said he saw Jabari, and he's pretty worried about them. She said, how's he doing? He said, he's pretty broken up, but what he really wants to know is the truth about how she's doing. Olivia mentions that she's worried about her mom. She's lost without her dad, and she can't find the words to help her. She has to write a eulogy for a funeral that none of them are ready for. She doesn't know what to say about him. Spencer told her to say her dad was, but she's not ready to talk about him in past tense, so he told her to say her dad is. At the Baker's house in Crenshaw, Jordan was tasked with getting Billy's suit. Layla showed up and he told her that he couldn't do it. It's hard for him to go into those rooms. He was thinking back to when they were playing catch at the combine. He's gone now. He thought he should have been on that bus. He could have saved him or stopped him. Layla told him what he's feeling is normal. His heart is not ready to accept what the universe decided, but he still has his dad's memory, legacy, and his favorite blue suit once they go to the closet and get it together if that's okay, and he agreed. That is normal what he's feeling. He was just there with him one moment, then the next thing you know he's gone. Being around the things that remind him of his dad is tough, but glad Layla was there to help him out. Back at the other house, Laura's thinking about when her and Billy got married again. Denise went over to check up on her. Grace was asking GW how he was doing. He said he's more worried about Laura and Grace as well. He mentioned that he lost a child and a spouse, and to Grace a best friend. None of it is easy. Grace said it is a different type of hurt. She knows it is for all of them. Denise chimed in mentioning that they should plan the perfect homegoing for Billy. GW wanted to know the date, but just then Jordan and Layla got back with Billy's suit. Laura got upset that Jordan grabbed the wrong suit, and Jordan and Layla said that was the only one that was there, and some of them told her that it's probably at the cleaners. He did apologize, but she said she was sorry. It's just all starting to be so much. She just wants to bury her husband in peace. Denise said they'll make sure it's perfect. She said she doesn't want perfect, just for it to be over, so she made the funeral for the next day. Olivia brought up that it won't give her dad's out-of-state friends enough time. Laura said she has shared her father with his football teams and the whole world for most of his life, and now he's gone. She doesn't want to share him anymore. It's family and close friends only. That's not going to be the only time she snaps in the episode, but once again she is grieving, but she did catch herself and apologize to Jordan. Asher's at the beach house and he's thinking about what Billy told him on the bus. JJ shows up and he tells him when Billy's funeral is. They're talking about the situation and Asher said Coach Baker would want him to spin the close call into a positive. JJ asked is there anything he can do to help. Asher told him that they both need to make every day count, especially by the time his kid arrives next year. JJ was talking and then he realized Asher's having a kid. He was happy for him. He said Asher will be an amazing father and he's going to be the world's greatest uncle. Over at the church, Laura, Spencer, and Cooper talking with the preacher, preparing everything. The preacher asked how many people will be coming. Spencer said no more than 15. The preacher kind of looked surprised and Laura asked was there something wrong. He said respectfully, Billy was loved by so many. If they are worried about space, they could add some more cheers and give him a bigger celebration. She said it's not about space, it's just simply what she wants respectfully. She went out to go see the rest of the church and Spencer was on his way until Coop said she got it. He can go do what he needs to do, like properly grieve. Spencer wasn't really trying to talk about it. She said he's been doing everything, moving nonstop since they lost Billy. He's been checking up on everyone's mental health, and when is he going to stop and check up on himself? Spencer let Coop know that in the last 2 years he lost Sean, his pops, and now Coach Baker. Guess you could say he's built for moments like that. We know that's not it. He doesn't want to talk about it because he's probably going to be thinking about that phone call he declined. They're at the church for the funeral and Patience gets another message from Miko. She's starting to do a little bit too much now. It was brought up that they'll be having a repass. Asher was wondering if Laura was okay with that, and Coop said as long as it's them. They were wondering where Spencer was at, and it was mentioned by some of them that he hasn't stopped doing stuff since it all happened. Grace actually finds Spencer and asks is he okay, and he said he's good. He just needs a second before things get started. By the look on Grace's face, she could tell he's not good. Laura's talking with her kids, and then the preacher lets them know that it's time. Olivia went up there to speak about her father, but she couldn't do it. She started to cry, and it was a lot for her. Jordan made sure to go up there and help her out. He mentioned that his dad's favorite color was blue, and he invited everyone to come up there and share something about his dad because he would want to learn more about him. Some of them started to move up there except for Spencer. Maybe he felt like he didn't have the right to say anything. They're at the house now. Grace, D'Angelo, and Denise are checking up on Laura. Laura had mentioned that Spencer has been amazing helping out with everything, and Grace wondered where is her son at, and she said he went to Lou's to get some food. It was Billy's favorite. It was then she realized that she said his name without crying. She wondered what it said about her. D'Angelo said it was healing. Denise said it was her head telling her heart that she got it and that they got her. GW's talking with Jordan saying that blue was his dad's favorite color and he liked to group boys to men. Jordan seemed a little uncomfortable with how everyone was acting, and GW said that it may not be easy seeing people at a repast laughing and eating. It seems like they all just moved on. Jordan said he seems to be doing okay. GW said they all find their peace in different ways. Jordan asked how did he do it? GW said the moment he realized that his dad and Mary were reunited. Layla started walking over and GW went to where everyone else was at and she asked what was that about. He told her his secret of moving on, which he is nowhere near. Layla let him know that if he wants to leave and clear his head, she got him. He didn't want to leave at first because of his mom and Olivia, but she told him that she'll handle things. Good looking out Layla. Jordan needed that. Spencer comes through the door and Jabari's with him. Laura started to get upset as soon as she seen him and Coop said she'd go talk to him. She went over there to speak with Spencer and Jabari and told him he gotta leave. Spencer told Coop he just there to pay his respects. Then Laura started flipping out because Luz messed up the order and Denise said Spencer could just go back. That's when Laura started hearing echoes when Spencer said he could just go back and she yelled no one is going back. We know that's Billy related with him going back to the bus. Part of it is grief, but she shouldn't be too hard on Jabari. He was an innocent person stuck on a bus. He wouldn't have wanted Billy to get hurt or to go out like he did. We get a quick scene of Jordan at South Crenshaw High. He's in Billy's office thinking about the last time he was around his dad. Then the scene goes to GW talking to Laura and he tells her that the only pain in losing a child is losing your soulmate, and he's the only person in the room that's experienced both. Laura said she couldn't even imagine what he's going through. At least he got to say goodbye to Mary, and he let her know that he's not trying to compare the two, he's just trying to be there for his daughter-in-law. We know they're dealing with something serious, but I do like seeing the growth in GW because we know how he used to feel about Laura in the past season, so it's cool to see him being nice to her. Laura told GW she was doing good saying his name without getting emotional. Then there's Jabari in the house. GW said it isn't his fault. She said Billy chose to go back on that bus. GW told her that boy had to watch his mentor sacrifice his life for him. No child should have to carry that, and that the anger she's feeling has nothing to do with him. She said she knows, but when she saw him, all she could think about was Billy. GW said talk to him, he's just a kid, he's hurting. Laura said she knows, they all are hurting. That's right, GW, she gotta have a conversation with him. She can't be mad at him forever. Billy would have done that for any of his players. They meant a lot to him, and he meant a lot to them. Before GW leaves, Olivia asked how's her mom doing. He told Olivia that her mom is figuring things out. They just have to move at her speed. JJ finally gets to the house and Olivia was like, is he just now getting there? He told her he had to drop Asher off at his appointment for his arm. When she walked past him, she could smell he had been drinking. When she brought it up, he let her know that he had a few sips. She got mad. Layla walked in and Olivia said he's drunk and she can't with his lies, so she told him to leave. Layla said he is literally trash. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I kind of feel sorry for JJ. He's going through something, obviously Olivia is too, but she knows what it's like to have an alcohol addiction. Now, he shouldn't have had any drinks, but shutting them down right away and Layla calling him trash is not going to help him. I get it if he came there wilding out, but he seemed calm so far. Olivia brought up lies like she hasn't had any lies before as well. Remember when she tried to get Spencer to act like he was driving the car when they got into that accident? Also, I think he was the one that told them she was drinking again anyway. And let's not forget about Layla having her moment too. Back at the school, Jordan had called Jabari there because he heard about what happened with his mom, and Jordan told him that what happened with his dad is not his fault. Truthfully, he would have done that for any of his players. Jabari said that really means a lot, and that his dad taught him a lot, from the classroom to the football field. He let Jordan know that he had planned to come back there and make the official announcement on the Billy Baker field that he was staying at South Crenshaw. Jordan was like, for real? And Jabari said that was one of the last things he said to him and his teammates on that bus. He was going to invite everyone, ex-players, current players, the community. He wanted to let them know that he wasn't just committed to the school, but to the community as well. Jordan had that look like he was thinking about something. I'm glad Jordan isn't mad at Jabari and he let him know it wasn't his fault. Jabari may take in what he said, but he's still going to be affected by it based on what we see what happens in the next episode. I hope he eventually gets better and understands that Billy would want nothing but the best for him. Jordan's back at the house and he tells Layla he wants to throw a celebration for his dad and how his dad was planning to make an announcement before he passed. I said, man, they doing everything fast in this episode. He understands what his mom wanted, but he just feels like the community needs their chance to celebrate the man he was. They all do. Layla says she could get the Vortex to help out, and is he sure that his mom's going to be down with it? He says she's not, which is why he's not going to tell her. She asked him, is he okay with that? He told her he is. It's him trying to respect his mom's wishes, but honor what his dad wanted too. I think Jordan's doing the right thing. He meant a lot to everyone, and it's nice to see him being celebrated by everyone. It shows how much he meant to them, and they helped him become who he is, and the same for them. In the next scene, Laura says to Grace and Denise that the house seems quiet, something's up. Denise and Grace was trying to play it off, so she asked him what's going on. They end up telling her that the kids are planning a celebration for Billy at the football field. She said no one told her. Denise said they didn't know she was ready, and they wanted to honor their father's wishes. Grace said if she's ready, they love for her to be there. Laura told them they are right, she's not ready. At the school, Dylan shows up after a text from Spencer. He said, what's up? They could have talked at home. He told him he wanted to talk to him for a few minutes because Jordan's having something for Billy on the football field. He told Dylan thank you for showing up for him, and he said he's his brother. He's always going to be there for him. Spencer brings up the voicemail how he didn't miss the call that day. He declined it because he was still angry at him for taking that coaching job at GAU. He continued with that he'd give anything to get that moment back, but time doesn't run backwards, so he stays running for everyone that needs coach right now and can't have him. He got to be there for them. Dylan chimed in with he stays running because if he stops, his mom's going to take him right back to declining that call. Spencer said, when did he get so smart? See what I said earlier? They really did a good job on his character and showing Dylan's growth. Just then, Olivia showed up and she said she see the James brothers got the invite. Dylan said all he knows is Jordan is planning something good. Since Olivia was there, he said he's going to go check on Jordan and see if he needs help with anything. Olivia said thank you to Spencer for everything he has been doing for them, and he let her know that he's just doing his part helping them find their footing in a new normal. Olivia told him that she doesn't know if it'll ever feel normal. That's why she might not have been able to finish her eulogy. Her dad was a lot of things, but most importantly, he was her everything. How is she supposed to put that into words? Spencer said, it kind of sounds like she just did. That's when Jordan popped up with some friends, and we see Frosto. My bad if I pronounced that name wrong. I almost didn't recognize him at first. Olivia asked, what happened to Layla? And Coop said, she's picking up a last minute necessity. Jordan told everyone thank you for making it possible. The school is where his dad broke records as a player, then won games as a coach, including a championship game last year he could finally admit. Frosto said now he wants to get them their flowers. Jordan said, in all seriousness, they always hear about how much his dad meant to them, but they have no idea how much they meant to his dad. So he said they should go to the field and get the small celebration underway. Preach yelled out, small, wait until you see the crowd forming outside. I like that Spencer had a talk with Dylan and he said what was on his mind. Though it may not fix things with him just yet, it's good he said something. Olivia finally being able to speak about her dad, and Jordan let everyone know how much they meant to Billy was nice. At the Baker's house in Crenshaw, Laura runs into GW. He says he loves what they done with the place. The pictures Billy used to send him don't do it justice. She said he sent him pictures? He said all the time. They used to talk on the phone every Wednesday. She said when did that happen? He let her know months ago. It was the best thing that could happen for him and his son. They ended each call with I love you. She mentioned that's how he must be dealing with Billy being gone. GW said him and Mary thought they'd be in that house forever, chasing the sun together. Once he lost her, he lost hope and love, until her and Billy moved in. He told her they brought love back into that home, not just the two of them, but Jordan and Olivia too. That's when Laura guessed that he knew about the celebration for Billy, and he asked her to be his +1. She didn't think she was ready, but he let her know that she is. He said she is the main reason Billy is so embraced. When they moved back, she gave him back to his community, and all they want to do is give back to her and say thank you. Back at the school, Layla shows up with Sean Stockman, and the song that he sung was a good one. And during that song, someone else found out about Jordan and Layla. Olivia looked over and seen them holding hands. She seemed kind of happy. At this point, they might as well just tell everybody. Everyone's slowly figuring it out. It's towards the end of the episode, and guess what? Patience got another message from Miko. That was her breaking point. She unfollowed her. Scott told her some episodes back to keep distance from fans. I don't think that story's over. She's probably going to say some stuff about her online. Laura ended up going to the school with GW, and she saw Jabari. She told him to hold on because she wanted to talk to him right quick. She told him Billy gave up his life for him. She needs him to take everything he taught him and make the most of his life that he still has, and he said he gives his word. She says she needs more than his word, his commitment, his dedication, and proof that he is making an impact, because that's how Billy would do it. Don't let them down. He said he won't. I like that moment. She got to say what she wanted to say and in a way not be upset with him anymore, and that might have took off some weight from Jabari as well. GW showed up on the football field with a box of fireworks saying it's not a celebration of Billy without those. Then Jordan sees his mom and he thought she was about to be upset, but then she told him it's fine. Laura went up there to talk. She said a wise man once said, life is a series of losses, but losses breed lessons, and lessons create blessings. That wise man was her husband. She honestly didn't believe him just till now, because for the past few days she's been pushing back on the idea of community and sharing her grief for Billy with them. But truthfully, she wouldn't be there without them, and she realized that she can't move forward without them. Billy is her loss, her pain, her lesson, but the community has turned into her blessing. As the fireworks start, we see the different scenes of people. First is JJ. He was there, but not with everyone else. It's sad to see because he should be over there with them, but hopefully things work out for him. Then it was Spencer. They showed a flashback to season 1 of Billy talking to Spencer. Man, time be moving. Then we see Olivia in Billy's office. She opens a drawer and finds some alcohol. That's where the episode ends. So we don't know if she actually drinks it or not. I don't think she's gonna do it. They're trying to get us to think she will, but the only person that may need control over their drinking is JJ. Overall, it was a good episode. I like that they all came together to celebrate Billy. It took some time to get there, but they did it. That also doesn't mean that their grief over Billy is over. We'll most likely see more of it in the next episode and how they'll work things out. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think about the episode and what was your favorite part from it? Here's some more All-American content. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.